All right, so today we're gonna go over Git and GitHub. So I'm gonna teach y'all the commands for Git, and I'll explain what that is, what Git is and what GitHub is, and we'll take the project from the Udemy course and then put it online, and then have it so that other people can like view it. I would admit I did not do a practice round, so I might run into a few bumps here and there, but you get to see it, like you get to see like the actual like process it takes to do this type of stuff. So I'm gonna share my screen and I'll go through everything with y'all. I'm gonna even create a new account, a new GitHub account. Let me open up the browser. So GitHub, if y'all didn't know, is a place to store your code. Um, every company uses, well, every tech company, like the ones that actually take themselves seriously, they use some type of version of this. There's GitHub, there's another one called Bitbucket, where you can store your code, and there's another one called GitLab. There's a few different a few different versions of this, but GitHub is the one that we're gonna learn. Where's GitLab at? This is GitLab. Okay, so Bitbucket is literally all the same thing, and all of these platforms they listen to something, like they respond to something called Git, and Git is basically I might mess up the actual definition, but it helps you manage your code. It helps you save your code to the cloud. That's basically what it do. Um, so the purpose of saving our code online is for collaboration purposes. If you have like more than one developer that wants to like collaborate with code or whatever, sometimes it can get like really messy with collaborating with somebody, because like before, like when we're going through the course, let me pull up. So when y'all was going through the course, the only code that y'all saw was the code that y'all was changing. Like whenever you start coding with a team of people, sometimes some of the changes are made in the exact same file. And GitHub helps manage that messy process. I'm gonna pull up the actual finished code. Um, and I'll show y'all like a demo of how that works. Um, I'm just gonna pull up the code really quick. Okay. All right, so while I do that, okay, I think I have it up. All right, so let me share my screen again. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is create a GitHub account. And I'm gonna create a new one with one of my email addresses that I did not create it with. So I'm gonna press, let me put this in the chat actually, this website, in case anybody wanna follow along. It's optional, really. I mean, you still gonna have the chance of using all of the Git commands, even if you don't sign up today. But if you do sign up today, we'll be doing it together. So I'm gonna press sign up here. Let's see. Welcome. Yeah, they've been, last time I signed up for this, I did not see all these animations. So this is this is all new. Let's see, yeah, Harrison 14, Gmail. Continue. Password. I'm just gonna pick the same password as this. Continue. And username. Username has to be unique also. So if it's taken, you gotta change it. This username is gonna show up in your when we go to deploy it and have the link available, the username is gonna be there. So make sure it's not nothing crazy, like something that you can share. So See, would you like to receive? No, I don't. No, thank you. Okay. Please solve the puzzle to verify you are human. Okay. Start puzzle. Pick the spiral.
Why do they do that?
Yeah, because hackers really. I mean, I feel like most of this stuff is because of hackers. Computers can only do so much. So if they're asking you to find something in like a let me just go to my phone. They ask you to find something in a picture. Like computers don't always know how to analyze those images to find whatever it is looking for. But I feel like sooner or later though, that's going to go away. Um, this is getting into like I think most of this stuff is going to be verified through like blockchain type of stuff, like crypto. Yeah, like cryptocurrency type of technology. Because, but yeah, that's I think it's gonna go away soon. See how many teams? Okay, it's gonna say just me. Are you a student? Yes.
You're not gonna be working with the rest of us.
I think if I press the other option, they probably gonna ask me to buy something. It's like I'm not here to I'm not here to buy. When you start working with teams, they want you to pay for it. See, what specific features are you looking for? Collaborative coding, yes. They probably gonna set this stuff up for me. We didn't go over this. This is like basically testing your code. Security, client apps, project management, team administration, GitHub, marketplace, sure, whatever that is. Learn to ship software, blah, blah. Continue for free. I do not want to pay nothing. Yeah, this is way different. It didn't do any of this stuff when I signed up. Okay. All right. So when you're here, one of the important buttons here is this one here, create repository. Basically, a repository is a place where you put your code, and we're gonna see how this works. So I click that create repository button, and these steps are important also whenever y'all set up. So I'm gonna name it something. I'm just gonna name it test. Yeah. And obviously you can't create a repository with the same name. I mean, I never created any, so test works for me this time around. And the important thing about this is to click this button here, add a Readme file. The reason I say to click this button is because it sets up more stuff for you when you click this button. If you don't press this button, I'll go through the process of just not clicking it actually, just so I can show y'all like what you got to do if you forget to press this. So I'm just going to press create.
Well, what about the licenses? How does that work? Oh yeah. Okay.
MIT.
That must be.
I know whenever you see MIT license, that means it's like free for anybody to like download or whatever. But I don't know what the rest of these are. But I've definitely seen this one before.
I thought I seen a Black IO license. Nah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get one of those. But yeah, see, create repository. Okay, so all right, it's still okay. Never mind. I guess it don't matter if you click that button. I guess they switched a lot of stuff up. You before, whenever you didn't click that button, you had to do some setup before you can even get it to your computer. But it's good that they have it like this. They making everyone's life easier. So this is my repository, the place where I'm gonna put all of my code. We can see that, I guess since I clicked on that license, the MIT license, it automatically dropped in the file. You know what? And that's probably why they set it up for me, because they dropped this file in. I clicked that MIT license. Let me go back and like not click the license, because I don't want y'all to get stuck if y'all forget to press that. Let me see. I'm a new repository. I'm gonna say test 2. is available. I'm not going to press anything. I'm just going to do create repository. Okay, yeah. So this is the screen I was expecting. So when you create a repository without any files in it, you have to do some setup first on your side. And before we can do the setup, well, first I want you to notice like these are commands. Like these get entered into the terminal. But first we have to download something because your terminal don't know what this command is, this git command. So you got to download that to your computer. Let me look up the website for that. Download git. And I think this is it here, the website we was at last week. So when you're on this page, I'm pretty sure this is the website. Yeah, you can just click this button here. I got a Mac, so obviously, you know, it says Mkdir. And since I click that, there's also commands that you can run to download it. So you can either run one of these commands. I feel like they should have a like a different way to install this. Yeah, you may have to actually run this command on your computer. And if you have Mac, I feel like you should have that there. Windows, I'm not sure what shows up on the Windows side, but I'm going to paste in that command. It was brew install git. I'm pretty sure I already have it, but it's probably just going to update it for me. And it should take some time to download to your computer. Yeah, so it's updating Homebrew. Homebrew is basically is a package manager. And when I say package manager, it basically manages files. That's the most basic definition of it. It helps you download files from online and it manages them. And the files that it manages normally like files that have different like code inside of it, like JavaScript or like different programming languages, not just JavaScript, but yeah, that's all that does. So it's going to take some time to download this Git. I guess we just got to wait till this finish. Let me see if there's anything we can do in the meantime. Oh yeah, let me finish downloading this code actually. Store. This one complete. All right. All right. So while this do that, I'm gonna just show you an example of like what I mean by like if you work with like another developer. So basically, whenever you have one of these repositories on GitHub, right? Basically, you can have multiple versions of the same app. Now, the way it works is you have you have your like your code that's currently online right now, like let's say your website has some code in it, and the code that's online is like the main repository or the main place where your code is. And then from that, you branch off from the main place where you put the code, and then you make different instances of your different places where your code exists. And let me
Basically like copies.
yeah, exactly. Like just multiple copies. Let me see if I can bring up like a visual. Git. Uh, want y'all to like see it. Yes, it's so it's like something like this. It gets like it can get really complicated, but like when we try to work, we try to make it as simple as possible. It's like something like this. You start off with don't worry about what this stuff saying. Like this is just the concept. Like you start off with the main code, and then every person on your team, let's say you got 5 people on your team, all 5 of y'all will download this main code into like 5 different like instances of the main code. And then everybody will make changes in those 5 different instances. And after they make after y'all make changes and test the changes on your computer, and if it works, you combine your instance with the actual instance that's online with like the code that everybody's going to pull from. Now, the problem with that is, let's say I'm in like a file and like I decide to delete this, whatever, and I add like some lines of code down here. I would console log hi or whatever, and somebody's in this exact same. So when you go to combine, you go to combine this, right, and then that goes to the the code, the main code. And if somebody else is working this in this exact same file, let's say they made a change here, like they said, okay, let's actually let's comment this out. We don't want that there no more. And they save this and they save their code to the main one. Now the main one has your change, and the main one has the other person's change, and which is in a different function, which is fine. But it gets really complicated when y'all start making changes in the exact same function. Um, like the main branch doesn't know which one is correct. So it's really up to you to go through the code and make sure that your fix or like your changes still work and the other person's changes still work after you combine both of the code. So example of that is like I had changed this, but if somebody else made another change and said, no, this console log is supposed to say hey instead of hi. Now you gotta go in and try to fix that. But GitHub allows you, it gives you an interface where it makes it easier to fix stuff like that. That's the main goal of it. Let me see if this stop. Okay. All right.
I
So
have
this,
a question.
go
I
ahead.
don't mean to interrupt, but
Mhm.
like you just said, like to y'all put in working in the same, what is it, working in the same function?
Yeah, like if you're working in the same, first of all, if you're working in the same file, it's still bad. But if you work in the same function, it's like um it's kind of hard to try to.
To read it. So they like if you put if it's two different things, it just don't read it and it don't do nothing.
So I'm gonna show you an example of like what it looks like whenever you try to whenever you try to put your code. It's called push. Like whenever you try to push your code, I'm gonna try to speak in like the language that you're gonna hear. When I say push, it means upload your code online. So when you try to push your code, it's gonna tell you actually somebody made a change in the exact same spot where you made a change at. So what you're gonna have to do is you want to download, or what we call pull. You want to pull all of their changes from online first, fix it on your computer, and then send it back up or push it back up um, to the cloud with all of the fixes and stuff like that. I'm gonna show y'all a demo of how it looks, so you can get a better idea of it. Let me see. So I downloaded Git. So to yeah, and if somebody have questions, like don't like stop me. You know what I mean? Like don't be afraid to stop me. Like I want y'all to stop me because some this stuff can get kind of involved. So, um, but yeah, so I'm gonna type Git in my terminal, and I know that I have it when it says a bunch of stuff. Now I had typed Git somewhere. Where did I type it at? Let me close this to open this back up actually, so that it's easier. So there's less stuff on there. So I'm gonna maximize, make that bigger. I'm gonna type Git. And when I type Git, we can see that it shows us some like directions. Like it basically gives you some documentation. It teaches you how to use it. Now I'm gonna show y'all some of these like commands. These are different commands you can use in your terminal. And it's funny because we actually went over this one, the MV command and this RM command. We went over something like that. but these are additional ones that you can use with the git command. I'll show y'all the most common ones, and then I'll show y'all like something a little bit more complex, because like I said, this stuff can get really involved. So we have git. Okay, now we can go back to GitHub and we can follow these directions here. Now you just literally just copy and paste line by line. You don't have to run this line. This line basically creates a file. And it's funny because we was trying to figure this out last time, like how do I create a file in on Windows, and this is how you do it: echo, and then you basically writing this stuff to a file, and you're going to name it Readme. But yeah, that's how you create a file. But yeah, you can just literally just follow these directions. You can just, I would start with this line 2. You don't have to run line 1. But before I start running these things, what I want to do is open up a folder where I want to store all of my code. So, and I'm gonna do that in the terminal, since just so we can get practice with that. And so I can start to see it more. Let me open this up a little bit more. So I'm gonna go to the desktop. Yeah, so I'm on a desktop. I'm gonna create a folder. Remember, creating a folder is Mkdir, and I'm gonna just name it GitHub practice. So now I should have that folder on my desktop, which is here, GitHub practice. And I'm gonna go inside of that folder. Remember, to go inside of a folder, you do CD and you type the name of the folder. So now I'm inside of the folder. You can see it here. And this is where I'm going to store all of my code. So I'm literally just going to copy and paste some of this stuff. I'm gonna even copy this first line just for completion. So when I copy that, I'm gonna paste that there. If I do an ls to check what's inside of this folder, we can see that the README was created. And that's what I was saying, that yeah, you can, that's how you create a file. I guess you could do that on Windows also. So I'm gonna double click that, and we can see that it says test2 inside of it, because that's literally what we did. We added number test2 as text. Oh yeah, that's that. Go ahead.
Real quick, yeah, the name of your file, that the folder that you're in, is GitHub practice, right? I'm looking at
Right.
that. Okay.
Right.
Hold on 1 second.
Practice.
And did you put in PWD, or that popped up once you
I pressed it.
You
yeah.
did press. Okay. All right.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I'm just realizing I'm probably going too fast. So slow me down if I'm going too fast. I'm gonna give y'all some time to catch up.
Okay, MK. And what does MKDIR mean?
It means make directory.
Make directory.
The directory is a folder, so you're basically making a folder.
Oh, make the folder. And you said CD is how you get inside the folder.
Right.
Okay.
And it stands for change directory. Like you want to change folders.
Change directory. Got it. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's good that you're making notes on this, because like I was saying, like they expect y'all, they'll expect you to know how to do this.
CD desktop, go inside desktop folder.
I'm probably gonna have to redo this mug and then step through it with you, so I can make sure I do this right.
Mm-hmm. And
I did a couple of
yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like I can redo it too, like just so y'all can see it again. But yeah, it's definitely worth going through. So what did
I was gonna say, this gonna be up on YouTube, so I think we can just rewatch it, comment, share it, that type of stuff.
I posted a video also for some of these commands. Now the video might have more than the ones I taught, so I would probably recommend going to that video, the one I posted.
Yeah, I did the Linux one, command lines. Yeah, that wasn't bad. That was good. I didn't do the other one though. You had the terminal command lines on there. I didn't do that one.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go back and review that too.
Now the Linux one, that's what I was referring to. So.
Oh, Yeah.
Yeah, and Windows users, make sure you download what is it?
Git Bash.
Yes, Git Bash. Don't use your regular terminal because like I was saying, like we use Git Bash. If we're on Windows, that's what we use at the job. So you want to be used to what we use. So
Git Bash.
Yeah, Max, we don't have to worry about it. So yeah, we're good. Everything's already good. And Linux also. Is it called? Yeah, Mac and yeah, Linux. But yeah, let me all right, so I ran that first one. Everybody caught up. Like I don't want nobody to. All right, I'll assume everyone's good.
No child left behind.
Yeah.
You know what? You crazy.
Yeah. So getting it, it's funny because I got a funny story with that, what you just said, but I'm gonna try to stay the topic. But so let me actually show you a different command before I run that. So we was running ls, right, to show the files. Now there's also, like I was saying before, like there's also files that's hidden, and to see all of the hidden files also, like even files that's hidden from the terminal, you run ls and then you run -a. A stands for all. So you want to list all of the things that's in the folder. And we can see, like, we can already see that there's two things that's hidden from us.
So why would it be hidden?
Yeah, so these normally when things are hidden is so that you won't mess with it. But like these ones are hidden because like these are the things that we're using in the terminal. So they don't want to show these. You know how we go to navigate through files when we do like, let's say I want to go back, I'll do cd ... This ... is these two dots here. It's basically executing this, like this code, so that we're able to go back a directory. And that of course brings me outside of the folder and I'm back on the desktop. So you're going to see these dots everywhere. Like they're just like commands for you to navigate your computer, to my understanding of it. It may be a little bit more than that, but that's my understanding of it.
Can you use the other way to get into your GitHub practice folder? I think it's / or something like that.
Yeah. So yeah, / right, and you just type the name. So with the slash at the end or not, it doesn't matter. I just normally just type it, like, because I think that / is automatically put on there, like by the computer. Like they understand that you don't have to use this. But yeah, either way works. So just for completion, yeah, I just do that honestly. But yeah, same thing. GitHub practice. So the reason I showed this command, this ls-a, is because when we run git init, we're gonna add a file that's hidden on our computer, and it's hidden so that, like I said, because no one can like mess with it. So if I run, actually, let me first run ls-a so we can, not that ls-a. I don't even know what this is. It looks like that did something. I might have to look up what that is. But yeah, ls-a, we have to readme in there. So if I run git init, it basically sets up, let me run ls-a again. It sets up this .git init. I think this is a folder. I believe that's a folder. Let me be sure. No, it's not. It's a file. So this is a file with the extension of .git, and this file is going to contain information to tell your computer that you want to put your code here, like on this website. So that's what that's going to be. And let me actually see how that looks in the terminal. Let me see if I can bring that up. Close this out, and I'm gonna open up this inside of VS Code. I feel like it should be here. No, it's not. It's actually hidden here also. Okay, it's fine. But yeah, it's going to contain information that tells your computer that where the code should go. So after we run git init, I'm going to run, actually, we don't even have to run this one. We're going to learn about these commands. We don't have to run these right now. I will run this one. Actually, no. I will run this one next. Git remote add. So git remote add origin. This basically adds the location of your code. Like we can see that this is Isaiah 14, and then like the name of the repository. So this is going to save that information inside of that .git folder. So I'm gonna paste that here, and it should have added it. I don't think it's going to show like a confirmation, but I pasted it in there, so it added the location. And now now my file should be hooked up to the one that's online. And let me actually test something. Okay. So this is what I'm gonna do. So this Readme file, right? This Readme file, if I refresh this, right, like nothing, like we're still in the exact same screen. Like we haven't added any files to the repository. And I should have went through these steps. I should have went through these line by line. Now that I'm looking at it. So Readme only exists on your computer. It's not online yet because we never added it online. The only thing we did was set up everything. So in order to add a file, you have to do a few steps. There's 3 steps that you should do. The first step is to run this command, git add, and then the file name. And I'm gonna actually pull up the terminal in the in VS Code because it's just more convenient to see it here. I'm gonna X this one out actually. I'm just using one in VS Code because it's the exact same terminal. So I'm gonna paste that git add. Actually before I do it, actually I'm just gonna go over it. It's fine. So I'm gonna do git add readme, right? So this added it to a place where it's basically like saving it to your computer. It's almost like
uploading it to the cloud.
Not yet. There's a few different like levels to like saving something. When if I open this up, do your VS Code have this button right here?
Yes.
All right, so this, let me subtract that. So this is my README file, right? Right now it's under this changes folder. It's saying that, okay, these are all the changes that I've made from on my computer. The changes that's not the same as the ones that's online. We know that online doesn't have a README file, so that's why the README file is here. Now, if I press git add, we're gonna see this pop up to this folder. This folder is called stage changes. So we're basically staging this. We're like preparing this to be uploaded online. So you prepare it first, and then you run another command, git commit. And git commit, so whenever you stage it to upload it to your computer, what you want to then do is add like some kind of comment. So git commit is basically adding a comment to your changes. So the comment has to be like descriptive. Okay, like uploading README file. It tells the other developers what changes you made in these files in like a small sentence. Like, this is what I did. So I added it to stage it. Now I'm going to commit it with a message, and committing it is still not pushing it up to the cloud yet. It's just adding that message to it. So after I committed it, you can see that it disappeared from this space right here. Now it's in like a place where it's prepared to upload. So you have to run one more command to actually upload it online.
I thought the commit was the upload online.
So the add, so when I added it, it staged it, and the commit added a message to the staged like changes. So it's like it's almost like prepared. It's just preparing it. It's adding details to whatever I just changed.
So when you push it, then it'll go up to the cloud.
Right. Exactly. So I've never let me see, git branch -m main. I'm actually not sure what this command does, but if I was to guess, it's basically setting up the name of the code that serves as like your main code, like the code everyone pulls from, or the code that's like live online. I think that's what that does, and I'm probably right. I'm probably like 90% sure based off of what it says. All right. So I've named my file to main. We can see that down here that this changed. I should have showed y'all before I did this. This says main now. So now I'm on a branch like the top of like the tree. It's called main because I named it main. So we already ran this. I'm
change the name. Will it still work if you try to use?
Say it again.
I was gonna ask you, could you change the name? Like, would it work if you change the name?
Yeah, it will work. And it's funny, this name like is, I mean, so it says main here, right? This, I'm gonna give you a little history. So you can change this to anything you want, but I feel like it's important for me to say why this is named main. Before it was named master. And anytime you say master is like rooted in like slavery or whatever. So they had to change it to main because they wanted to try to make it more appropriate, because it's not appropriate when it's called master. And there's also different like it's crazy how influential like slavery was, because like even in the tech field, like there's things like you see I have like the I drive or like C drive, like they have like stuff called slave drive, and it's like it's all rooted in like, yeah, but yeah, this like stuff that they're trying
to wait, hold on.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the what?
Yeah.
Oh,
wow. I told me about the slave drive. It was a white dude, and like he was like
a white dude told you this?
Yeah, and I'm like, wait, and he's like, no, I'm not trying to like, and I'm like, it's fine. Like it was an awkward moment, like, but
oh Lord,
because we become more diverse.
What thought you were gonna say?
I mean, listen, I was in a white space, and like I don't even know, but either way, like he was trying to say that he wasn't trying to be offensive, but he probably didn't realize that was offensive until he said it in front of a Black person. And I think them changing this to main is like them trying to, make this more safe. But yeah, that's the name of it now. You may y'all may still see master here and there, but people try to change to main. So yeah, master bedroom, like you can go down the line, like we can there's different stuff. But yeah, let me yeah, you're going to see that, and y'all may actually hear conversations like that. So it was really important for me to say that. But yeah.
Hey, quick question. What happens if you commit data and don't push it? Does it stay in limbo?
So it's like on your computer, and it's like saved to like a memory card on your computer. And like it's crazy because like when it's saved on your computer like that, it's hard. It's like it gets difficult to undo what you did. Like let's say I committed it, and it's like, oh wait, I accidentally committed something. Let me reverse that. Like depending on how many times you committed to your computer, it can get really complicated.
I was just thinking about
gonna show you.
I was just thinking about that because it disappears, right? And you kind of, if you forget not to push it, you know what I mean? You kind of think maybe it's done. You see what I'm saying? So I was just asking about that.
Yeah. So if you ever wanted to check, before I do this, if you ever wanted to check to see if like your changes is the same as online, go ahead. So someone gonna say something? Okay.
Oh, my bad. No.
Okay. All right, cool. If you wanted to check it to make sure, you can run another command, git status. And I'm gonna write all of these commands down too. So git status tells you, that was not supposed to say that. Working on clean branch. I guess you don't really know until you push it. I thought git status was going to tell us the status of it. And I'll show you what this says whenever it says something different. But normally when you run git status and it says working tree clean, that means that your version is the same as online. But
question.
Yeah.
If you add something and don't push it, will status change?
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. Yeah. And that's when I was thinking about showing all this when I was adding it, so you can see the status as it changes. But yeah, it does. And we'll make other. Go ahead.
I was gonna ask, could we like update the Readme file and then add it, and if you don't mind showing us that?
Yeah, let's do that actually. See something else, right? I'm going to save this. As soon as I save this, you're going to see a number pop up here. I'm going to save this, and you can see that the changes was VS Code knows that there's changes. And this is why I like using VS Code, because it shows me all of this stuff. And even if I'm not using VS Code, we can still use git status. So if I do git status, it's saying changes not staged for commit. And it shows us the file that's not staged yet. And if I do a git add readme, and then I do a git status, now it's saying changes to be committed. Is asking to commit these changes now. We added it, now we got committed, and we can see it as in green also. Another thing I want to show y'all, let me just make one more change. Just gonna put some dots here. I'm gonna do a git status again, so we can see that we have changes that we added earlier, but the changes that we just now added, it recognizes this, and it says that we got to add this also. I'm gonna add it a different way this time. I'm gonna do git add and then dot. The first time we was adding it by its name. Now when I press dot, it adds every file that I've changed from my current directory and into all of the folders that's inside of that folder, that directory. A lot of times you're not going to make one change to one file. Like you're going to make changes to multiple files, and that I'm actually demo that really quick. I'm gonna add another file here. Just add test.md, and if I do a git status, I can see that we created a new file and we made changes in this other one. So this one it says untracked files. We know that we didn't add, this is completely new. So I'm gonna do a git add and then dot. That's basically git add everything. You can either add a dot there or you can add a dot a for git add all. But I'm just gonna put dot because it's just a lot easier to remember. This is what I do at work. So I think this is the one that we should use. I do git status. We can see that both of them are staged basically, and the changes to be committed is in both of these files. And if I go back here, we can see that they're both staged. All right, let me I'm gonna run this command again. This is the one I ran earlier. Now you don't have to run it again. I'm just running it just so we can do this in order because it was the next one to run. It's not going to make any changes. See, it basically says that it already exists, but if you haven't added it, like it's not going to say that. The last one to run is this last one here. And this is us pushing it. And this is why I said push, because it's literally called push. So we're pushing this to, I'm not sure what this -u mean. I have no clue what that means. But origin main is basically saying that we're pushing it to the original main branch. Now I say original because we can technically have more than one main branch, and that is where this stuff starts to get really, remember I told you it can get complex. That's when it really starts to get like too hard to figure out. Like I've had people, like developers that I work with, they don't really know how to do the complex stuff of this, but I'm gonna just push this here and just put my password in, allow, is that not the right password? Okay. 403, request your return 403. Okay, it was denied. Maybe I should have looked at what I should have just manually typed in my password. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. Let me see. Let me stop sharing. I'm gonna do a password reset, and yeah. Actually, I'm a log out and then try to log back in and just look at what the filled in password is. That's what I'm gonna do. Harrison 14 Gmail.
So it uses your GitHub password, not your actual computer, like OS password.
Right. 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 It used the GitHub password.
Did I miss something that you open up the file in VS Code? Or,
he just dragged and dropped it on the, just like we usually do.
Y'all showed me 50 times before that. Sorry.
It was only 10 and a half, not 50. It's all good, Tisa.
Okay, I gotta do a password reset.
So why did it do you like that?
Huh? Oh,
why did it do you like that?
Yeah. So when I had set up my account, I didn't put my password in. I just put I auto-filled it, and I didn't actually type. I thought I knew what the autofill was going to be. I should have typed it. And it's asked me for that password, and I tried to log in with the same one I thought it was going to be, and it was wrong. So I should have just typed it in. Let me see. I'm gonna do a password reset right now. Now.
I thought you was gonna use HTML to look at the.
Yeah, I did actually. I did, and I tried to log in with the one that it showed, but
yeah,
it just didn't work for some reason.
Funny enough, I actually did that too one day to see if I could. Looked at my password, I could actually see the dots, dude. I was ecstatic. I was simply ecstatic.
Yeah,
I felt like I actually knew something.
Yeah. When I show people that, they're like, minds like blown. It's like, yeah, that's why it's important to get those random passwords that's generated from those like apps or whatever. I mean, I don't use it, but even though I know how dangerous it is to like save it on my computer. Let me see, reset password. Let's try this again. Now I know what my password is. Let's try to log in. At gmail.com. Oh, I typed that wrong. Okay, cool. All right, let me try that one more time. I'm gonna try to share my screen. All right, I reset the password. Okay. Let's try this again. Okay. I feel like it's going to tell me the exact same thing. Yeah, it's the same thing. Okay. All right. These are the like the bumps in the road that I said we was going to experience. But I have a workaround with this. What I'm about to do is set something up on my computer that lets. Now I have no clue why this is. Hold, let me type this in. I can't. I feel like I'm about to go like I don't want to go too much on a detour. I want to try to stick to this. 403. Let me look this up. This is what I do on the job. Whenever I run into an error, I just copy and paste it. Forbidden, okay. Let's see.
Wait, I gotta say something real quick. So the whole master bedroom situation brought back. No, because listen, I moved to Georgia, right? And they said in Georgia, like, they don't have to give us, like, it's really not a law to state that we have to have breaks. And my mind is just blown because, you know, I'm coming from Philly and I'm like, no, they say you have to work like 6 hours before you can get like a 30-minute break. But here, the lady was really trying to tell me that they don't have to give me a break. Like, I just was like, so it's just funny how there's still like slave laws and stuff still in place.
They still have plantations in Georgia. So I'm not sure.
Yes, they do. I'm damn near living across the street from one.
They still got cotton fields down there. Well, I'm talking about down there like I ain't down here shit, but they still got cotton fields, so yeah, it's not shocking.
It's crazy. What do you think about that?
If they got plantations down there, I'd definitely be like buying to buy it.
No, they got whole apartment complexes. Like, it's called Wind Gardens Plantation. I live right across the street from that. I'm like, yo, like,
they marry people get married on plantations with slave quarters.
Yeah, they. Oh,
yep, about the whole building, about the whole plot is mine now.
Yeah, we still got ways to go, man.
Yeah.
Long way to go.
30 not empty. Okay. I'm trying to like mess around with this until I figure this out. So it like is what is this? Override. Okay. What's going on?
So what's the RR? The R hyphen hyphen R hyphen hyphen R hyphen hyphen.
I have no clue. I'm looking at it, I'm like, yeah. So what I'm trying to do, right? So it does not take my password. So what I'm trying to do is I wanted to delete this thing here and try to link it again. Maybe there's something that's not that's off with the old password and the new password. So let me see. I'm trying to delete this, but it's not. It says it is a directory. I'm trying to force delete it. Let me see. It's not found. Remove. And then it's saying that. Yes. I'm just gonna say yes. I don't know. Maybe that's it.
Why?
Yeah.
Nope. So yes, it was.
So yeah, it was. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Okay, cool. So I'll just press yes. All right. Let me see. All right. So it's not.
Oh, so it was deleting each of the individual files.
Yeah, I think these were all of like the things that we committed and stuff like that. Like, so yeah, it wanted to delete like the references to those. I think these are like the IDs for each of them.
Oh, sick.
It tracks everything. Everything is tracked. And that's another thing that's really good with Git. Like, you can see if somebody broke something, you can see who broke it, and you can see where they broke it at. Like, there's a button called blame, and it's like you can blame whoever you want. Like, oh yeah, this they should go and fix it. But yeah, let me add this thing back. Where is it? Oh yeah, I'm just pressing the up key so I can get those other ones, the previous ones I've used. Wait, I'm just saying that. Now to get, I gotta do git init first to create the file. And then I gotta run this command, okay? Git add all, git commit, committing 2 files. And then that last command, which was that push command, where is it? This one. Let's try this one more time. Hopefully this works. Just saying. Oh, I have to do this first to change the branch name to main. And then I can try that again. Let me see, git credentials. I want to use information from GitHub, keychains.
Would that be your OS password?
Yeah, I'm gonna just press deny. Let me see. I literally use the exact same password, so it should be the same. I don't know what's going on. No clue what's going on. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna have to do a detour. I have no clue what's going on, but this is why I had opened up a new repository in case I run into stuff like that y'all might actually see. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a detour and link my GitHub to my computer, and I'm gonna do that with something called an SSH key. Now I gotta teach. Let me see, what time is it? Okay, all right, we good. SSH key is a key that you generate on you can generate it on your computer, and it generates basically 2 keys or whatever. There's something called so to give you the reason we're doing this, an SSH key is like giving the keys to get into GitHub to your computer. That's essentially what it is. Like, you can't get into a locked door without a key. So I mean, it's called an SSH key. So SSH keys generate 2 different keys. One is called a public key and one is called a private key. The private key stays on your computer, and the public key goes into any website you want to put this key into. GitHub is not the only website you can use this with, but you can use it with GitHub. So what I'm about to do is I'm gonna generate a key on my computer, and I'm gonna give GitHub the public key, the one, so they'll have a public key. And whenever my computer tries to push to GitHub, it's gonna compare the key that I gave them to the key that's on my computer, and that's gonna authenticate me into, that's gonna get me into GitHub. Basically, that's what the SSH key is. And we don't have to deal with this password, this password stuff anymore. It's just gonna just straight go. So generate SSH key. There's a command to do that. You do that all in the command line, obviously. So I think it's just this one, honestly. Ssh Dash Key Gen. Let's see if it's that. I'm just gonna open up a new terminal. I'm gonna do it on this side. New window. Okay. Ssh Key Gen. All right, I'm gonna name it GitHub practice. Passphrase is optional. I'm not gonna put a passphrase or. All right, so this generated a key for me. This is the key that's on my computer, and that key is located. Where did they put it at? Inside of this. It's here on my computer. So I'm a CD to this spot, and CD. And this is why it's important to know the terminal, because you got to deal with stuff like this. You got to set up SSH keys when you on a job too. So yeah. So, oh, we're already inside of that folder. What am I doing? So cd into .ssh key, .ssh. So now we're inside of that folder. I'm gonna open this up. Okay. And there should be one called GitHub. That's this one. This is the public key, and yeah, this one is the private key that's on my computer. So the public key, I'm gonna open this up inside of VS Code. It's gonna be, yes.
Well, how you know which one private and which one public? They look the same.
My bad. I didn't even point that out. So it says .pub, the extension that's public. This one don't have any extension on it. It just says GitHub. This one says GitHub.pub. So I opened up the public key. Did I not open it up here? Let me try that again. Here. Where is it? All right, let's try this a different way. Drag it here. Okay. That was probably loading. Okay. This is the public key. And I'm probably going to delete this after after we finish this video, because people online, they like to hack and stuff. But yeah, I'm a copy this. This is the public key, and I'm going to upload that to GitHub. Oh, that it did open over here. I didn't even notice. Okay. But yeah, where is GitHub? GitHub is here. Okay. I'm gonna go into my settings. Settings is here. And then it should say, okay, is it this? Deploy keys? No. Security, maybe security. Let me say how to how to add SSH key to GitHub. Obviously, people already asked that question. Okay, the GitHub account. I thought it was in settings. Okay, we generated it. We did that already. Okay, so is that? So it's here, and then settings from here. Okay, here we go. SSH and GPG key. I'm not sure what a GPG key is, but the SSH key is here. I'm gonna just put new SSH key, and I should be just paste. Yeah, I'm gonna just paste that here, and we can name it whatever we want. I'm just gonna name it GitHub again. This could be whatever. Like, it's just putting a tag to this. So I'm gonna add that SSH key. So now we have it added here, and let me try this again. Let me try to add my code to GitHub again. Hopefully this works. Why is it? Oh, that should not ask me that. Okay, still not working. Let me close this. Sometimes you gotta open up a whole new terminal. So. Okay, all right. Let me, what time is it? Let's take a 15-minute break. It's 11:20. I'm gonna try to figure out what's going on with this, because this should have worked. I'm not sure what's going on, but let me, we'll take a 15-minute break. We'll come back at 11:35, and then we'll continue with this stuff. I don't think that we're gonna be able to get through everything, because I ran into too many issues. But yeah, I'm gonna keep searching. Still asking the password. Password. And then maybe if you change. Do this. Okay, I think this is it. Yeah. Let's see. This and then
It shouldn't be a password, so it's just blank.
right. I was just thinking that, and I'm thinking maybe that's what I should have entered. Well, man, it shouldn't be one. Let's see. And hold on. Application. Blank. I'm just gonna add one. Identity added. Okay.
So do you have like a keychain of passwords for GitHub or something like that?
Yeah, I probably do. If I
So you probably like off camera access your keychain and see what that's talking about.
yeah, I'm a delete them. I try not to mess with it because I know it has all my my stored passwords in there. It's a keychain. Yeah, I know how to mess with it. Keychain access. GitHub. Let's see what's here. I'm just gonna delete these. Hopefully I don't mess something up.
So while we're on commercial break, this video was sponsored by Colgate. Now you quit. Make your teeth fresh with Colgate. Look, get you some of that teeth fresh in the money. Come on now. Get you right. Colgate, holla at your boy.
I have one of the terms blank on my notes. It was for LS. I don't have anything for that. Was that the list? Something current?
Yeah. It just stands for list. It lists out all of the files and folders on in your current directory. So yeah.
And that's called Blink.
She didn't have a definition to it, I think, right?
Right. I was writing it down, but then that was the only one I didn't have a definition next to.
Blink sound cool as shit though. If ever I make a programming language, Blink is definitely gonna be a command. Also, stare is gonna be another command. I don't know what it's gonna do, but it's gonna be a command.
Okay. Two different pages.
So low key, that's kind of cool. This is like a day in the life of a programmer.
Yeah. Yeah. Shoot, I'm trying to figure things out for like hours, like, and sometimes days, just like looking at the stuff. It just gets really pretty crazy.
That's funny because I'm still trying to get my Epson printer hooked up. That mug will not connect over the network.
Yeah.
Even if I use the IP address. But what happened?
I had trouble with a printer also. It's funny, like literally like a few weeks ago, I don't know, like 2 or 3 months ago, I hooked up my Mac to my HP printer, and it took, the process was like, I had to go through so many websites just to figure out like what to do. Like, yeah. And IP
Exactly.
for some reason, I don't know why the IP address don't work, but yeah, I had to download the app, and then I had to connect it through the app, and I had to download it on my phone also. Like, it was a lot of stuff I had to do.
Yeah, so the AirPrint app or the iPrint or whatever the case is, see, I had to do the same, but shoot, it didn't even show up in the app. I couldn't even add it in the app. That's what threw me off. But the printer that I got doesn't use the app. So I don't know, man. I'm hit. Sure, I'm trying to add over the network. The network don't see it. It see the computer, but it don't see it. Like, man, that's when I was trying to whip out that command line stuff you was teaching us. I was about to get in that terminal and go crazy. Then I had to think about it. Like, I don't want to blow my computer up. So let me calm my happy ass down. Go back to YouTube.
Yeah. It's funny, one of my jobs I used to work at, like my manager had told us, like before I started, he was like, yeah, like people gonna start asking to put their printers up, and like that wasn't my job. He's like, they just gonna assume, they're gonna assume that you're the printer guy. You just gotta keep telling them no until until they figure it out. And like it was kind of hard telling everybody no, because like some people were just like really nice when they ask, just like, okay, like, I'll see what I can do, and then like you do it, and then everybody start coming to you like, yeah, I saw you It's like, no, it's not. I tell people like, yeah, that's not my job. I don't hook up printers, and yeah, we don't hook up printers. Like, yeah, that's like IT people.
Yeah, the actual manufacturer of the printer can help you hook up the printer.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny because we normally have like a whole team like separate from the developers to do all of that stuff. Like, they hook up our computer, they make sure everything runs properly. Like, all we do is code. Like, we don't, like, developers, they don't really, like, even myself, like, I don't know too much about how to like hook up different monitors, and like I know the basics, but I didn't know until my friend was explaining to me that you can't hook up like 3 different monitors to a Mac because of the some something inside of the computer, like a like dual module, like there's basically something in the computer that keeps you from hooking up 3 different monitors and having 3 separate, well, technically 4 separate screens if you include your computer. Yeah, and he was just going through it and like telling me different just do different things and blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, that's why I don't even do that type of stuff. Just a whole different what's it called, discipline.
Yeah, I need to get up with some of them print hookup guys. You know what I'm saying? Let them get busy with my printer right quick, because I'm still trying to figure it out. I spent 3 days trying to get it connected at my house, and another 2 days connecting up another printer. And then I spent the hour over here trying to connect it up at my lady's house. It's a whole problem. I'm gonna try to see if I can give me a young solution though. How we coming on the solution to your to this GitHub?
I think I figured it out, but I'm not sure. I'm about to try a command, and I'm hoping this works. It's funny because that's how it always is. It's like you just gotta hope that it works. It's like, yeah, I just hope it works. And then when it do work, you don't want to question it. It's like, I don't care why it worked. I'm just happy it worked. Let me see. Okay. All right. Let's try to push again.
Here you go. No. Okay.
Ask me for the password. I don't. Yeah. It's. Right. It's funny because I'm following the directions on GitHub to show me how to
get around that.
How to connect it. Actually, yeah, let me try something else. I think where is it? Let's see.
Is this stuff that we can kind of see? Are you out of this?
Yeah, let me
the sensitive stuff.
No, I'm out of the sensitive. Let me share my screen. Yeah, it's good to see me debugging, honestly. So this is what I was doing. I typed in like SSH key GitHub, and it showed me this page. Like, it took me to this page, and I started going through the directions here. And there's some things that we didn't actually do. Like we ran this SSH key gen, but we didn't add our email, and we're supposed to add the email. That's what I think is going on. And I'm about to try that in a minute after I try something else, because closer down here, I saw this online, SSH key dash add. Let me blow this up a little bit more. SSH key dash add, but I didn't run this dash K flag. Anytime you see dash, that means that it's a flag or like a parameter. I don't know what dash K stands for. I have no clue. It's probably said it somewhere down here, but I ran this with the name of my SSH key. So I'm gonna show you how that looks really quick. Let me move this out of the way. So I ran this SSH key dash K, and I put this stuff here, and I named it. The name is ID underscore RSA Black IO GitHub. And the reason I know it's named that is because I went to the file. Remember we had the this one. It had those names in there, so I literally just copied this part of it. I didn't add like the extension because it didn't save the extension in the other command. I'm just comparing and contrast basically. So that's why I got the name of that. I press enter, and then it says identity added. So actually, yeah, it went to the right place. It's saying that my VS Code knows about it now, but the weird thing is that I'm still not able to get in. So I'm actually just gonna redo this whole process. I'm gonna start from the beginning, from number one. I'm gonna work my way down until I do all the right steps, and I'm gonna delete. Actually, I'll just leave that there for now. I'm not even gonna mess around with that. I'm gonna delete it later. So I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use the email that I used to sign up. It was Gmail, and it was my name. Isaiah Harrison 14. Key. Command not, oh wait, I pasted in this $sign by accident. That wasn't supposed to be there. Delete that, okay. So this is ED25519. I'm just gonna keep it the same name. No passphrase, I'm not gonna add that. I'm not gonna add one. So what's this? ED25519. What was it saying next? So we did number 2. Is there number 3? Let's see. Generate SSH key. Okay. This creates SSH key using the provided email as a label. See, generating private public algorithm here. I'm not even sure what these. Oh, this is the same. Okay, the passphrase, and I put nothing there. We did that just now. Adding SSH key. Start by doing this. I'm not even sure what this is, but I'm just going to follow these directions. Just going to copy and paste exactly as I see. Okay. And okay, this is what happened. Depending on environment, blah, blah, for example, okay, using the Mac, open. First, check to see if this file exists in the default location, and it does exist. I just opened it. And it's probably just gonna open it again. Wait, it does not exist. It does not exist. Okay. Oh, I forgot to share another command the last time. This touch command. Touch. I showed y'all the nano command to create a file, but touch also creates a file, and it creates like an empty file. Let me show y'all real quick. Let me just go to the desktop. Yeah, I know this stuff is out of order, but just to show y'all. So I'm on the desktop. I'm gonna write touch in the index.html, and that made an HTML file. You saw it pop up down here. That's what that does. So, and I'm gonna add that to the what's it called, the drive. Yeah, this is creating a config file. That's what this is doing. So, oh wait, got to delete that $sign. Okay, so that should be there now. And what else? Open this. Open your config file. So let's open that. Let's see. Actually, I'm just going to go to it from here. This is it here. Let me open it up inside of VS Code. The config file. I never went through any of this process before too. So all this stuff is new. Like I never had to create a config file before, not even at my job, but maybe it's just new, honestly. So created that. See, open. See, open your config file, blah, blah. Modify the file name to match the current setup. Okay. Different name or path. Modify. Okay. I don't even know what to. I think I have to add this. Okay. Yeah. So, okay. If you choose not to add a passphrase, omit the keychain line. Use, okay. So I didn't add a passphrase, so I'm gonna delete that one. Okay. These notes are like really important. So if y'all going through this documentation, it's like these things help. So if you see an error, blah, blah. Okay, and additional. Okay, if I see this error, I'm gonna add this. What's the error? Bad configuration option. I'm gonna look out for that. All right, so add your SSH key to the SSH agent store. Let's try this. Where is it? Where's the? I'll just add it. Oh, I'm just gonna put it in this one. Okay, so identity added. Okay. All right, so okay, cool. Dash key option. SSH passphrase. We choose not to add a passphrase key. Run a command without dash K option. Okay, so I should not have run that with the dash K because I did not add a passphrase. That's hopefully we can redo this. Okay, hopefully I didn't mess it up already. Okay. Okay, add SSH key to your GitHub account. I already did. Oh wait, let's redo it with the new one. So this new one is, hold on, let me open this up. The new one is this one. This is the public one. Copy. Now I'm going to add this to the GitHub account. My GitHub is here. I'm just going to add a new. You can add as many as you want. I'm going to delete this one because we're not even using that one. Add new SSH key. Okay, cool. The key is there. Where was I at? Blah. Okay, add to the GitHub account. Okay, cool. I think that was it. These are different set of directions. Okay. All right. I think that's hopefully it. Hopefully it works. Now let's see. Close this. Try to reopen. Git push. This one. I got a feeling it's going to tell us the same thing. Same thing. Which error is this? Request URL. Which was this one saying? Okay. All right, so I'm not able to figure this out, and I'm probably not going to figure it out for the rest of the class. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to, when I figure this out, I'm going to record a session on how to do all of this stuff because, yeah, I don't want y'all to get stuck doing this. And we got to figure out we got to practice Git, like, because that's kind of important. So right now it is 11:46 to, I guess, to salvage the time. I'll just show y'all how to, I'll just show y'all quick how to get it online without using Git. But It's what I'm about to show you is not recommended. And like, if you do it on a job, it's like really bad. But I'm gonna do a shortcut because there's always shortcuts. Let's see. I'm just creating a new repository, and I'm gonna physically drag and drop my files over, which is something again that you're not supposed to do, because when you drag and drop the files, it don't track anything, and we don't know who did what. That's the reason why. So I'm gonna do test3 and put a Readme file in here. Create repository. Okay, I'm gonna drag and drop my files. So basically, like I was saying earlier, Git was supposed to it was supposed to push all your code up, like add all your code to the cloud. We're gonna do a shortcut because I can't figure out what's going on. I'm just gonna drop all of them in here, and then we're gonna see this online. And I'm gonna y'all can do the same thing on your end. Let's see, GitHub complete. I'm literally just gonna drag and drop all this stuff. And when you drag and drop it, you want to make sure you drop everything inside the folder. You don't want to drop this folder itself. If you decide to do this drag and drop thing, but I'm gonna drag and drop it over. Just adding all of that stuff.
So this isn't the, this the brute force way.
Yeah, the way that you're not supposed to take, but it is what it is. So
sometimes brute force is necessary.
Yeah. We'll go back to code. So I was not there. I literally just dropped everything. Oh wait, I never committed it. Okay, you still got to commit it. Okay, let me drop everything back again. After you drop everything, you still gotta do a commit message. We can see it here. As soon as all this stuff loads up. Okay, everything's added. So dropping files. Let's just say add files via upload, commit changes, add additional. Okay, I'm just gonna put that there. And then I'm going to commit it to the main branch. So it's going to add to like the main code. So commit. Obviously, we don't got to push because we're already on a website, but we committed. Processing. Okay. So now we got everything in here. Notice that this index.html file is here. Remember, I was telling you how significant this is. Like this is the file that the websites look for when it decides to put your website up, which is why it's called index.html. So it's just specifically looks for that file. But yeah, I went to, let me go back. So in order to put it online, you go to settings, if I can remember correctly, because I ain't do this in a while, but it's settings. Let me, where is it? Okay, maybe it's here, it's out of pages. Yeah, so settings and then pages. GitHub Pages is where this stuff is going to be hosted. So you want to click this drop down. You want to put which branch you want to put online. Remember I was telling y'all like the main branch is the one that's actually online and you branch off of that. So I'm gonna put the main branch online. So the main branch is here. Hit save. So the main branch is online right now. So if I click this, it may take some time to load up, but it should be online now. It's taking some time to load up. And if it takes some time to load up, you want to write index.html here, and this should bring up the thing, and you did not. All right, so we probably got to wait like 10 minutes for this to upload properly, but it is online. You can see how fast that was. So if I
So with the you can do custom domains for free?
Yeah, well, I mean, it says GitHub in there, so
that's fine with me. I mean, you can still do the cool stuff. So take them to the Greek.github.io
Right. You can put that on your resume too. That's another thing. It's like just put on your resume so they can click on it and go to the website. Here we go. So I did a hard refresh. To do a hard refresh, a hard reload, it's basically erasing all of the cookies and stuff like that. What y'all want to do is open up the dev tools first and then right click this arrow right here, and then you see a hard reload. It does a complete refresh. I did that to upload this. So yeah, this is online now. Everything is online. And let me give y'all this link in case y'all want to look at it. But yeah, that's how simple it is to get your stuff online. And it's obviously because all this stuff is inside of the index.html file. So yeah, and everything should work. So um, yeah, so that works. Pokemon was a good Pokemon. See Squirtle. Am I spelling that the right way? Probably not. Oh, Pokemon reference, right? Forgot I had that there. You always want to test out your you always want to test out your projects whenever you put them online, because sometimes it don't always, like some things break when it's online. So that works. Obviously that's going to work. In Crestdoor, I can't see how that won't work, but let's get a new API key and see. Okay, this one's good. Let's try this new API key. We'll just put that in here. Okay. Yeah, so this one works also. Cool. So we have it online. And we'll figure out how to work that that Git stuff. I'm really gonna go in and try to figure out why it's broken. So yeah. And to quickly recap, like we literally just went to settings and then pages here. And then we put the branch that we want to show online and we hit save. And then they give us this link. So yeah. Out of trouble early. If there's any questions, I'll stay to answer anything. Like I said, I'm going to put a video of how to do all this stuff. As soon as I figure out what went wrong, I'm gonna do everything from scratch again in the video. And hopefully I don't run into any mistakes. And on Tuesday, we're going to continue with Git. So I can show y'all just everything in action and why it's significant. Like I'll change a file and then change a file somewhere else and then try to merge it or whatever. And then so that we'll do that on Tuesday. And Sunday after that, we're just gonna focus on React. We're not even gonna we're just gonna focus on React, honestly. And we'll just be doing React all the way through the whole month of May. So yeah.
So what that theme chooser? Like what how deep does that theme chooser get? Well, what we choosing? Is this
What
can we look at that?
you
The
said?
theme, choose a theme.
Choose a theme. Where? On this? Oh, this.
Under your, yep.
I'm not even sure what that is, honestly.
Shit, man.
Maybe this is the theme of, I have no clue, honestly.
That theme of the web page.
Let me see, select theme. I've never like saw that before. I'm not even sure what's going on. So GitHub Pages, you can use this to maintain, preview the content for your website. I don't think, let me see. I doubt my website. No, it didn't change anything. I doubt.
I was gonna say, you have like you already have HTML. That looked like HTML almost.
This stuff here?
Yeah, kinda, sorta, kinda.
This is so this is it's not HTML, but it's something like it. It's like markdown language. You see these hashtags and stuff like that. Like this.
What is markdown language?
It's basically like it's basically coding for a file that has an extension of MD. And then when you see this, like when you see this, it shows you, it's teaching us how to use it too. It shows you like how it looks. It looks different. Like it'll have like headings, it'll have tables, like links. You see we have link here. All this stuff is going to look different whenever we actually look at this file. let me commit this, and I'm gonna show you how the file looks. This is it here. All of that stuff, like it said, it's let me put them side by side. Like it said welcome to GitHub, but it was 2 hashtags, and that made that a heading. And it even had this box. You see this box was created with markdown language. So yeah, all this stuff is more, even these links, all this stuff is just coding. And obviously if we used to look at it, if I do go to edit, we can see that, you know, we use those 2 things. If I delete
I
these,
saw that blame button too.
yeah, where's it? Hold on, where's it? But yeah, that blame button is funny. Like it's like, I'm not sure. I think they should change the the wording up a little bit. But yeah, see, cancel changes. Yeah, blame here, right? Yeah, Isaiah.
Who did it?
I changed all of this stuff. Ignore. So I don't know who this person is, but okay. So this was added by GitHub, and I guess their GitHub username is whatever this is. Yeah, Theme Time Machine or whatever. If I go to the other one, let me see if I go to like, yeah, reset CSS, it's probably just gonna say me. So yeah, yeah, Isaiah Harrison 14. So yeah, I changed everything in here. All right, so yeah, that's how that works. Yeah, there's like so much I did not go over. I'm hoping we can do it all on Tuesday, because like there's a lot of stuff to not a lot, but like
pull request.
Yeah, a few things. Like we went over adding, we went over committing. We didn't see what push did. We didn't see like how to merge 2 different branches, like to combine them into one. That's here. It's called a pull request. That's when you combine branches. So right now this is the main branch, but I can create more than one branch. Obviously, I mean, I can create as many branches as I want. Then I will go to like pull request and then like ask them to combine them. What else?
So question, what's so complicated about making multiple main branches? Is it just because the name is the same and it could get confusing like that?
It gets complicated whenever, like, sometimes you're on, like, let's say my branch is the Isaiah branch or whatever. The Isaiah branch can have within itself other versions of itself. Like every time I commit something, it creates another instance of Isaiah or whatever. So, and sometimes whenever you're coding, sometimes you get stuck in like, it's almost like getting, like you can think of it as like getting stuck in like time or whatever. Like you're stuck in like the past or a past version of your branch, and you can't push it until you get to your current version. And then going from like a past version to your current version is the complicated part. You don't know what kind of code you changed. It can get really, really messy. And then sometimes it's just hard to figure out which commands to use in order to get you to this updated version of the branch that you're currently on. Like the branches, they can turn into twigs, turn into like more twigs or whatever, like more and more branches. But yeah, that's what it comes in at. And I'm not even sure if I can reproduce it, to be honest. But when it does happen, like I just delete, like I try to save all my code somewhere else, and I just delete the branch and I just start fresh and just paste everything in, because trying to get from one point in the branch to another point in the branch, it starts to get it's just complicated.
Too convoluted.
Yeah, it's just too much stuff going on, honestly. Yeah.
So that's why it's good to probably create branches for each collaborator and then just allow them to work off their own like branches with their username essentially as the branch.
Yeah. And normally it'll be it'll be like, so they'll assign you tickets. So normally it'll be like a ticket number so that they're able to branch to the ticket. But in order to avoid all of that like complicated stuff, the way to do it is every time you make a small change in your branch or like something that's a little bit significant, you want to push it, you want to save it up to the cloud, like just do it right away. So whenever it does break, you don't have to revert, you don't
go too far back.
Right, you don't have to do too much. It's like, oh, just that small part. You're supposed to commit often, and that's like a rule. Like commit often, always push often, so that sometimes you just, as a developer, you just get tied up in coding, and like next thing you know, you didn't wrote code in like 6 or 7 different files and wrote like 20 functions before you even did one commit. And that happens like often because you just get tired, you just get wrapped up in just coding. But yeah.
So developing or being a software engineer is akin to being married, because you know what I'm saying, you so used to committal, you so used to the commitment. It makes sense. It makes sense. Computers create married men and women. Like it facilitates commitment.
Yeah.
I'm learning.
I guess if you think of it like that, yeah. That's a good way to remember to commit. So yeah, let's keep committing.
So is the cloud only on Apple, or do
cloud? Yeah, cloud refers to like anytime you save anything online. Just think of cloud as online.
So that's why they got cloud engineers.
Yeah, cloud engineers. That's what my friend do actually. That's the one that's making way more than I made, way more than I make actually. His first developer job. He's a cloud engineer. They develop like the infrastructure behind like all of this stuff. Like basically, I won't have anything to put my code into without the cloud engineers to engineer a space for me. So, and that's a whole nother discipline. Like I tried learning it, and like it's just not for me, honestly.
Is that hard?
It's not hard. It's just the way you think. It's like if you're used to thinking in cloud terms, then like like it's just what you come more natural. Like what comes more natural for you. Now I can learn it technically. I can sit and like really go in and try to learn it. But since it don't really come natural to me, it's like I'm not really going to excel in it as somebody that like this is just what they do. So, and that's what it came down to, and that's why I don't do it. If I don't excel in it, then they probably not going to pay me what I want to get paid. So like that's just I'm just using what I'm comfortable using basically. So that's the thought behind it. But yeah, they make money, like money, like 200 is just like sometimes depending on the company, like 200 would be like the starting, and like
I'm sorry, 200K.
Yeah, 200K. Yeah.
All right, cool. Time for me to switch jobs.
Yeah, great. Time to just switch. It's funny because like I did the math, like how much money he's bringing in every paycheck is like.
You did the math.
Like so am I still sharing my, yeah, so 200K, right? This is what I would do. 200K, and then what I say is you don't get paid with the salary. You get paid salary minus tax. So I'm just gonna take out, I'm gonna take
like 33%.
Yeah, I'll take out 33. So I'll multiply that by 0.67, take out 33%. And this is how much he'll take home. But then you divide that by,
yes, Lord.
Okay.
52, because there's 52.
Yes, every work week. Yes.
Multiply.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what he'll get every 2 weeks. And I mean, you multiply it by 2 again, that's what you get every month. And it's like you look at those numbers and it's like,
yes,
the world just like opens up for you. Like you're able to pay rent like for the whole year. Like
yeah,
that's the type of moves you make when like you making this type of money. Like you just pay it one time and just forget about it. You go on vacation, 1,000,
Oh,
2,000.
the vacations.
And
Oh,
Yes.
you just,
yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
like
my
this
that's my D's money right there, boom.
my company is trash because the IT department, what they pay, they don't pay like that.
Yeah, no, IT not going to get paid like this.
That's trash.
They not, because it's the thing is it's supply and demand. Like it's relatively easier to learn IT than coding, because coding.
But then they got like web developers at my company, and they don't even pay them that. They want senior web developers. They want you to have a master's degree, and they don't even pay them that close. Which you just divided, and I want to go take a month vacation.
See, they need to demand that the company supply them with that 200K because they over here fucking around.
Yeah.
No, I'm being for real, honestly. But they always hiring for like web developers, this and that. They always hiring for them.
Yeah.
And I know why, because they not paying what my man's right here making.
Right.
They not paying them.
I'll be here. I'm not here yet. I'll be here soon though. Like give me a year. I'm going to be here because I'm already set up to be where this is, whatever. Some time ago I told y'all that I was going to speak into existence that I was going to become a VP at my job, and crazy enough, they accepted me into a program that trains me to be a VP, even though I don't meet
that top.
Okay, talking.
Yeah. Oh, you meet the requirements because you exist, goddammit. That's the requirement.
You know what I mean?
The only requirement I didn't meet was being there for 2 years, and I was only there for a year and a half. And it's crazy because it was 170 people and only 40 people got accepted. So it's like, and I'm competing with people that's been there for like years, like 5, 10, 15 years, and they chose me out of like all of the rest. But yeah, the VP role comes with this 200K. So that's like starting. So yeah.
Okay, so let me I'm gonna hit you up offline. I'm gonna slide you my application. You know what I'm saying? If you got a little space for a young man like me, you know, I definitely slide up in there. I even be willing to go and fly out to Philly, man. Just go and fly. I get flued out. You know what I'm saying? 100K.
Not flued out. I'm flued out.
I get flued out. You know what I'm saying? 100K. I do that. I do that for you. You know what I'm saying? As a service for your company.
Not get flued out.
Not
Look,
flued
hey,
out.
come on now. Wine me and dime me.
Not flued out.
Ooh, look at that. Look at that calculator.
I feel you. That's why I'm watching videos 10,000 times.
5 zeros, baby.
Looking at these videos, okay? Because I want to get this.
Yes.
I'm trying to get it.
A lot of money. And then it comes to a point where it's like you don't really know what to do with your. Well, it depends on what kind of.
I know. You do. You've been broke for a while. You know what to do with it.
Yo, who you talking?
You know what to do with it.
Like,
okay, because that will cut you off. You don't have to deal with a lot of people. You're making $10,000 a month. I don't have to deal with you.
Yeah. That's when it gets to a point where it's like you really don't need a job at that point, because like your rent is paid, like all of your necessities are taken care of, and then you end up saving. You end up having enough money to like just not work for like a few years.
Come on, man.
Within like a few months, it's just.
Yeah,
that's when you start developing them streams, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, why you look so young? I ain't going to work.
Yeah.
That's what they call fuck you money right there.
Yeah,
that's going into fuck you money territory.
This is why I asked, will I ever get it? I'm trying to just get close to it. That's it.
He said, I'm getting that 6 figures already. See, that 200, that's a level up.
Yeah, that's like, yeah, you definitely gonna have, yeah, that's a going above and beyond. But the 100K is going to come like within 5 years. Like that's pretty much a guarantee. And the secret to getting that is to not be now. You can take this.
Just stop the recording. Stop the recording. Stop the recording.
You let me
stop
the recording. This class talk now. Y'all gotta come to the class to get this, guys.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me stop this.